All right, what an exciting morning! I like waking up to my alarms when price goes off and targets are hit. That's exciting. Hey, welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you're here. I hope you got in on Litecoin's move this morning. I just wanted to give you an update before I head to work. What I think's happening and what the information now that I have is telling us. A couple of things. Um, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but many of you who are following these trade calls are making a lot of money. I'm glad for that. I think I'm going to follow somebody's advice to throw a tip jar in my comments. You guys have plenty to share, don't you? I love it. If you haven't joined us in our Litecoin swing trading community, I want to just invite you there. We've just had a great discussion this morning, just enjoying together the fruits of our labor as we've been waiting for this trade to play out. If you got in from 97 to 127, I'd love to hear from you if you stayed in that whole move the entire time, or if you hit most of it, or if not all of it. That's awesome. I'd like to hear about it and leave it in the comments and let us know. Let's have a great conversation. If you're not part of our community, we have all kinds of fun while trading's going on. I do share my calls here, but we walk through the trades in the community. So if you'd like to be a part of that, just join right up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for new videos that come out every day as much as I can. I did miss this weekend a little bit, but we didn't leave you hanging completely to try to keep everybody updated in the community. So, all right, that being said, let's jump into the charts. Let's go to We're going to focus in on Litecoin here. Bitcoin's a little bit of a different count. So let's just take a peek and see what we have to see here. All right, let's jump out just a little bit and just check our large count here. So you can see that there we go. Kind of get some of this stuff off the chart there. All right, you can see that our main count here is this is the fifth wave of our macro uh, count. You can see that we have a one wave followed by a two, a three wave, four wave down, and then we are finishing up the fifth wave here, in my opinion. So if this is the fifth wave, that means we are in a very dangerous place on the chart. We are at a place on the chart where we should be seeing a reversal and a major correction coming. So I want to warn you about that. Trading from this point, in my opinion, right now is extremely dangerous. I might be wrong on that. I could be wrong. There's always a good chance. There's always a chance I'm wrong. I know that there are some people that have targets way up here. Um, that might be the case. That might be happening. I don't know. Nobody knows, and if anybody says that they know, they don't know, and don't listen to them. Okay. Now, if somebody has a very strong opinion about that, I get it. The problem with that is, we've just hit this five waves here. We should be expecting a correction here. So that's what I'm looking for personally. I'm looking for there's possibly another very small push, very small. Let me emphasize, very small push to the upside. That's my opinion right now. Again, could be wrong. I always want to give that disclaimer, but that's where I am in my mind right now. We should be looking for an ABC correction down to the downside. Okay, it should at least be 50% of this entire move. Okay, so what's 50% of this entire move? Well, from 20 to 127, that's basically $100. We should be looking for a $50 discount at least. Let's see what we're looking at here. So 75 is going to be a decent target. Um, for 50%, 61 to 65% off would get us down to what, $61. And man, if we had a 78% off sale, we'd be down to $45 on Litecoin. Man, if it gets down to $45 in Litecoin, I am buying with my cash and I am hodling. You will find a hodler Jim. Um, I may not hodl completely, but I will definitely be holding on for dear life there, because the next wave is going to be after this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a big one wave followed by a two. Oh, three. The wave three is going to be a thing of beauty. It's going to be a thing to behold, and we're going to really get to enjoy that together potentially if the Lord wills. Okay. All right, so that's where we are in the major count. We're excited about coming days. Let's jump in now and look at our smaller count here. Um, this is the basically we're in the fifth wave of the fifth wave of the fifth wave. So this is the final. This is the end. Okay, and there's all kinds of FOMO happening right now, especially after this big candle. Whenever we see these big candles, lots of FOMO. Lots of FOMO. Do not buy at the top of these guys. Do not buy. If you want to buy, you wait for a pullback. But again, any kind of move to the upside, in my opinion, is going to be, very small, in my opinion, at this point. So let's take a look at this wave right here and see if we can figure out what's going on here. We're definitely in the fifth wave here. So we want to jump out now and or jump. We want to zoom in. That's the word I'm looking for. Excuse me. I want to zoom in there and see. Let's throw the fibs on that and just see what this move is looking like and see if there's any more upside for us. Okay. All right. So we got a 1, 2, 3 wave. All that stuff was the 4 wave over the past several days, and now let's take a peek and see if we can get this 5 wave here. Okay. All right. So the fibs on it. I'll get rid of this and make my chart a little bit bigger. Come on. There we go. No. All right, there we go. Okay, so here's the beginning of the wave here. Let's throw the fibs on it and see what it did. So this is the 1 wave right here, followed by the 2 wave. And we came up, basically, I said I was looking for that 2618 potentially. I said the first target was 120. This 618 is always the first target for the third wave, but it's not. It doesn't mean it stops there. In fact, every run that we've had up to this point lately, especially, has been going up to the 2618. So I said in yesterday's video, the exclusive video for the Litecoin swing trading community that I put out there, I said, man, it'd be really nice to see that 125.75 hit, and we did hit it. We actually hit my target, my main target of 127. So we did make it up to the 127. Actually, we even wicked up to the 128.47 mark. So we've wicked even past my 127 target. And so where does that leave us right now? Well, this is the third wave. Okay, so let's do the fibs on just the third wave here. Let's see, that's one. Let's see. Looks like you've got a 1, 2. Looks like we've come up for the third wave. Now, I'm not sure exactly. Price is hanging in here, so there might be a small push to the downside with another push up here to the 130 mark. Remember, I said that in last night's video as well, that the targets are anywhere from 124 to 130. I'm sorry that's such a wide range, but it just is what it is. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what the market's going to do. I don't know what buyers are going to feel like and how they're going to push price and how they're going to spend their money. I know how I'm going to spend my money, and I'm a conservative trader, so you got to understand that. And so I'm very happy with the profits that I made from last night to today, and looking potentially for an entry for a small trade, but with very, very tight stops. What would I have to see if I was going to enter again? Because that's the big question. What would I have to see? Well, first off, just this third wave right here, we need to be looking for a pullback, and we got one. Okay, the question is, was that all we're getting? Possibly, but maybe not. Might just be the A wave there. So here's the entire third move from swing low to swing high of just the third wave. The 382 retracement Fibonacci level, which is a common retracement for a 4 wave, is 123. For me, I would have to see price come down convincingly to 123 to the 121 mark, most likely for me to consider getting back in. I would be watching price action at those levels. I would be considering a trade, not guaranteeing myself a trade, but I would be considering it with tight stops. Because again, in my opinion, we're in a very dangerous place in the chart. You can see that while Bitcoin did have a move up, it's not as it did not break the high right here. That is interesting to me. In fact, this whole wave is interesting to me. I am thinking right now that if Bitcoin doesn't break this high, then it's on its way down. And Litecoin just finished its top, and it's on its way down as well from here. This is why I say extremely dangerous place to be trading right now, especially if you're trading without stops. Can I say that one more time? I'll say it one more time. This is a very dangerous place in the chart to be trading. It doesn't mean that money can't be made, and it doesn't mean we might not be going up. It just means for me, the way it looks and the way the wave counts are and where we are in structure, it's looking like a potential reversal anytime. Now, let's look at something I haven't looked at in quite a while, and that's the Fibonacci's. And let's go to the 2-hour chart here. Did I say Fibonacci's? I meant RSI. I haven't really looked at the RSI with you a whole lot. But what I want you to see is my 2-hour trade that played out from 97 up to 127. I just want you to see it. Even if you don't know Elliott Wave, you can use my 2-hour strategy and do really well. Let me show it to you. If you don't know my 2-hour strategy, I've got a video on it where it says my strategy revealed. You can go and find that. It's on my account. It's on my channel. Okay, so what you're looking for in my 2-hour trade, I'll just give it to you really quick, is you're looking for price to be in the oversold region, and you're looking for divergence. Okay, so there's divergence here. Okay, you have to go back to how to really trade with the RSI, or how to really use the RSI video that I did several weeks ago. Might even be a month ago when I did that, but go back and look at that as well. But this is divergence, and it's in the oversold. Once price crossed and retested, you had your entry point here, right here at 100. This would have been your entry per those trade rules. At the trade rules, that would have taken you from 100 to 127. Right now, what we have here is the divergence in the making. Okay, you see we have a overbought condition here, right? And in the overbought, that means it's bought too much. The RSI is telling us that. We have a downward push in the RSI here, while we have an upward move in price, and that's also bearish divergence. Okay, now a strong push to the upside here, another strong push to the upside could wipe that divergence out. But you'll notice if you look back here, we had a good signal right here. We had down to the downside in the RSI, to the upside in price. You would have nailed the top, okay, or gotten very close to the top here if you had paid attention to the exit signals. We got the divergence on the 2-hour and the oversold. Okay, so we're probably looking for something like that. There might be a consolidation. You see how there was a consolidation here on the RSI. There was consolidation and then one more push to the upside. There was a retest of that area, so that doesn't mean there's not going to be another trade. It just means that right now we're in a dangerous place, a good place for a reversal in the chart. We need to be really, really careful. Okay, so we've got divergence forming here. We don't have the 2-hour close. We've got another hour before this candle closes. I'd like to see this start to push to the downside for confirmation of a close of this trade, and then maybe even just a retest of the area, and then continuing on down. So yeah, the 2-hour trade would have given you a nice signal there. But notice we do have bearish divergence here on the 2-hour. If I go out to the 4-hour chart, okay, not seeing that same divergence quite yet on this smaller time frame. In other words, we don't have the divergence here, but we do have the divergence here. We've got the downward from this peak to this peak. This is what I call widespread divergence on the high time frame. And so from peak to peak, it's going down while from peak to peak we're going up in price. This is bearish divergence. You can see just looking at this, we have a nice 5 waves here. Looks like we've got a very nice 5 waves. For me, I'm most likely staying out of this market. Even if there's another push to the high, I'm probably going to stay out of this market. Just looking at this, it just looks so finished. There might be a little bit of a pullback and then a push up to 130 or something like that. But listen, guys, this is just for me. I made good profit last night, and I don't need to wipe that out with a stupid trade. Okay, I don't need to FOMO in and make. I mean, because when this goes down, this is when we're going to make our money again. When the price goes down significantly. So you decide what you want to do there, but this is my analysis right now. I'm saying, be careful here. We got divergence in the charts and the 2 hour and the 4 hour. Um, we've got good looking finished wave here. Everything's just looking done. BTC's looking weak right now. We did have this pump up. Now, if it comes down and continues and makes another high, what would that be? Well, I mean, that would certainly affect my call here. I would be reversing what I'm saying. If BTC continues to the upside, especially if we broke this high. Of course, if we broke this high, we'd be breaking the high in LTC. I'm pretty sure. Though when there was a time in BTC when BTC was going up slowly, while LTC was going down slowly. So they did divert from each other in their count in times past. So we'll have to just wait and see, y'all. Right now, if this could be a 1-2 to the downside, so you got to be careful and mindful of that. All right, that's the analysis I've got for today. No lessons other than just be careful, be safe. Yeah, let me give you a couple. Let me talk to you about a couple of things. Some of you are kicking yourself this morning. You got out too early. Listen, you cannot have that emotion. You've got to deal with that as a trader. It's called greed, and greed will keep you in a trade too long. It's always good when price is going up to take your profits. You don't want it to be taking profits when price is going down, because then you will have missed out. Now, you don't want to take them too early either, but sometimes when you make your decision, you just got to decide, I'm taking my profits, I'm closing the computer, I'm not going to look back, I'm not going to worry because I'm happy with what I made. And so learn to overcome that greed, guys. You got to learn to overcome that greed. You also need to overcome the fear of getting into the market, and you need to overcome FOMO, the fear of missing out. Fear, and then you also have to overcome hope. When a trade goes against you, you're gonna have to learn to stop it out and look for a better entry later on. It's so much better to stop a trade and look for another entry than it is to wait it out. Okay, so those are fear, greed, and hope. Be careful of those three emotions as you're trading. I'm going to do a bigger video on those eventually, but for now, I just want to warn you about those things. Guys, I hope you all have a fantastic Monday. It's been a good start already. I'm thankful for the God provided in this trade, and we'll see what He provides in the next. I'm glad to have you guys as part of the community. I hope you, again, leave some comments. Let me know what you think and that you're enjoying the channel. All right, y'all have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.